Hello, and welcome back to another Daily Top 10's Top 10 video. Valentine's Day has existed in some form since the Middle Ages, but there's no real agreement about how it came about or who this Valentine dude was anyway. It's likely that the 14th was chosen officially because for a long time, the French and English believed this day was the start of the birds' mating season. If the pigeons were getting lucky, why shouldn't we be? The first mass-produced cards came in 1840, but now a nauseating 1 billion are sent per year. So among all of those lovebirds nesting up, there's bound to be a few broken eggs. Today, we look at the top 10 worst Valentine dates. Number 10. Soldiering On. British comedian Katie Brand ended up on a blind double date in 2004 and losing the romance lottery when she was paired with an angry military man who was dealing with love's uglier side by going through a messy divorce. Katie made the tactical decision to drink heroically and bathed in the cool embrace of Jack Daniels and Coke. After leaving the date, she took the bus home and realized she may have overdone it a little. She pulled a spare t-shirt out of her bag and vomited into it, before scrunching it up and putting it back. Roses are red, violets are blue. I'm carrying around my vomit. What you gonna do? Number 9. A thoughtful gift. One student from Canterbury, UK, studied hard and played hard. And we really mean played hard, as she was part of a women's rugby team. So she needed to be very fit, but also carry a reasonable amount of body mass for strength and protection. No pads or helmets in rugby. So when Valentine's Day came around, she looked forward to a night off from training and her studies and to spending time with her boyfriend. After the food had arrived, he presented her with what every girl dreams of: a year's membership to Slimming World. She politely decided not to break his face into his dinner, but dumped him the next day. Number 8. Sister Act. Family is important, everyone knows that, and a man who cares about his loved ones is an attractive quality. But bringing your sister along to a romantic dinner is probably a bit too much, especially when it's your first Valentine's together as a couple. Just be grateful it wasn't his mother. After an hour of awkward conversation, the guy got mad at the situation he'd created, so he paid the bill and stormed off. His date and his sister then decided it was all pretty funny, so they kept drinking and went to a club. Number 7. McLovin. Some people want Valentine's Day to be very fancy, with all the traditional things like flowers, chocolates, and a beautiful restaurant. And it's not easy when you're struggling for money. But things in Southport, North Carolina have gone way too far, since the local McDonald's has a special Lover's Evening on the 14th, with candlelight and table service. Excuse me, garçon, but can you tell me the vintage of this strawberry milkshake? Number 6. Clowning Around. Claire was taken on a date to see the world-famous Cirque du Soleil, known for its incredible feats of acrobatics. Sadly, she had to deal with everyone's least favorite part of the circus, the clown. When he appeared, red rose in hand, you could feel the women in the audience cowering away, desperate not to be picked. Claire was too slow, and the clown dragged her up on stage and proceeded to pester her and eventually dry hump her in front of everyone. Number 5. The Key Issue. Writer Cheryl Harper went to see Pirates of the Caribbean with a man who was a little lacking in the manners department, talking over her and leaving her to walk straight into the door that he left to swing back into her face. He drove her home, and in the car, she realized the swimming pool-sized Diet Coke was maybe a bit too much. But she managed to quickly say her goodbye and run to the front door as he drove off. But she had no keys. So Cheryl wrapped off a charming evening by crawling on all fours through the dog flap in her back door. Number 4. Ring Road. teacher Jenny had heard from her friends that her man had really splashed out on her present that year. She waited excitedly while he went to collect it, and when he returned and presented it to her, was thrilled to open her eyes and see a gold ring on her finger. But soon she felt a tingling sensation, and it wasn't the fluttering heart of love. It was a rash developing around her finger. She asked for the box to check the materials, but there was no box. That's when Jenny found out her boyfriend had found the ring in the street and passed it off as a gift. A jeweler later told her it was worth under $30. Finders keepers, losers, boyfriend. Number 3. Snack attack. Hollywood star Mackenzie Davis left the hotel room she had rented with her university boyfriend and went to go find a place to change into the lingerie she had bought especially for their evening together. But in the lobby, she was distracted by a make-your-own s'mores truck and treated herself to marshmallow and chocolate deliciousness, and then treated herself again. By the time she had got back to the room, ready for the sexy reveal, she was coated in marshmallow and dust, like she'd been seduced by the Candy King. She had to take a bath and start all over again. That's a s'more. Number 2. A moment of madness. Journalist Peter Bradshaw thought his 17-year-old luck was in when Tracy agreed to go out with him after breaking up with her boyfriend. They had made out at a school dance a couple of weeks before, so Peter knew this was his chance to make her his girl. But as they walked to the bus stop after dinner, Peter saw someone he recognized and, before his brain had engaged, blurted out, "Isn't that your boyfriend?" Tracy ran back into her old lover's arms while Peter stood in shock, wondering how his own brain could let him down so completely. Number 1. The Dark Night. Caitlin went to a cabin in the forest for a relaxing Valentine's with her boyfriend and a group of friends. But they weren't ready for the plummeting temperatures and took hours to dig their way into the house without a shovel when the snow fell on their arrival. As they tried to go to sleep, a bat joined them in the room and the boyfriend ran out screaming, leaving Caitlin and her dog to deal with the night visitor while he smoked weed in the kitchen. Thanks for watching another Daily Top 10's Top 10 video. And remember, it's our duty to entertain and yours to subscribe.
Please subscribe to Daily Top 10.